These last 48 hours have been absolutely crazy in the footballing world. Man, what the hell is going on? I mean, it's totally ridiculous what's been going on. First, the Super League gets announced, and now all the clubs have pulled out of the Super League. It started with Manchester City and Chelsea pulling out of the Super League, and then the rest of the big six Premier League clubs followed them, and then the rest of the teams like Inter Milan, AC Milan, and then Barcelona pulled out, and the chairman of the league, Perez, was like screaming, "Where are the you? What are you doing?" And he's going on in his mind frame doing this and that. And this includes all the drama, interviews, Ed Woodward resigning as a CEO from his position. And as you know, Manchester United fans are happy with this. And then Arsenal, my club, releasing an open letter to the fans saying, "We are sorry, we did a mistake," which is an absolute bullshit statement that they are making. This is an a PR move by them to showcase that, yeah, we were fair, we had fear that we were left behind. So whose fault is that you are being left behind, huh? Your fault. So I am your host Dushan, and today we'll be discussing all the things that have happened in the 48 hours on Let's Talk Arsenal. So let's get started with today's video. Sorry for the long intro back there, but it had so many points that I couldn't cover up. So what happened for the 40 hours that have elapsed? First, Perez came to give his interview on the TV, saying that we are trying to form this league because we have to save the footballing world. Because by the year 2024, all the footballing clubs that are in huge debt, as we know it, as I showcased in my last video, that we are in huge debt, and we'll get finished because we are investing so much money, as I told you. And he's like, yeah, we have to begin this league, closed league for the big super clubs because we want to earn more money. And he was like, yeah, UEFA is a pure monopoly at this point, and they are trying to ban our players. And then the clubs have signed an agreement of 23 years or so. And they were like, he was like, yeah, the clubs can't back out now. They have signed their contract. And Manchester City called their bluff. The owner of the club, Sheikh Mansour, I think his name is something like that. He said that, yeah, I'm going out. Bye bye. Take care. I'm going out. We are pulling out. And then Chelsea followed suit. Chelsea's owner, Roman Abramovich, as many of you guys must know, he said, yeah, I'm also pulling out. Yeah, bye bye. Take care. I don't care. So these two big clubs from the Premier League started the ball rolling, and later on, Ed Woodward, the Manchester United, he is a great influential guy. He resigned from his position. I was like, wow, what the hell is going on, man? This is big. uh, and all the it was also being reported that the owners of the Manchester United are trying to sell their club now because this league has fallen. I don't know if this is true or not yet. There has been no confirmation on this news. Take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, lots been happening. So Prime Minister Boris Johnson also got involved. He was like, "Yeah, I can't let this happen. I will create my own rules, and I won't let the big six clubs do like that to create their own league, and so on and so forth." There was a meeting between all the 14, Premier League clubs. Uh, Taking place. They were like, we will kick these big six club out, we will fine you, we will deduct points, we will do that, we will do this. And all the clubs were like, the big six clubs were like, what the hell is going on? We didn't expected such a backlash. We were golden, we were going to earn money, but no, everyone said no, especially the fans. And I appreciate all the Chelsea fans that came out to protest. Chelsea yesterday, Chelsea versus Brighton match was going on, and before the match started, all the Chelsea fans were outside the stadium, gathered to protest against this Super League. And Peter Cech, who is also involved in the Chelsea, hierarchy, came out and tried to calm them down, saying, "Guys, we understand, we are trying to handle," but the crowd was, "No, we won't go," and so on so forth. And then the news came that the Chelsea were pulling out, and the fans were like, "We saved football." But did we actually save football? I don't know, because reports are suggesting UEFA are coming with their own, revamp of the UCL with more money than the Super League that was, giving out. Like, I think the reported amount is around 7 billion or something. I mean, that's huge amount now. So I already said UEFA and UEFA is corrupt. They had the money, but they were not like giving out the money. So now they are like, yeah, we'll bribe the English clubs and we'll give them the required money they want. So UEFA were like, yeah, give the English clubs, make them back out, and we'll see the rest. And this is absolutely gone crazy, man. I mean, football fans deserve a credit, but we didn't actually save, football, because this footballing world that we live in right now is broken. Yes, it's broken. It will take a lot of time to get fixed. The UEFA Champions League and the Europa League, the system that is right now in place, it's broken right now. Absolutely broken. So it's like you are not respecting us by going into this, creating the Super League and getting mega rich. So, you know, you are taking us for granted. And later on, the players also came out. They were like, "Yeah, we are against it, totally against it." Patrick Bamford and James Miller gave their interviews on after the match happened between, Leeds were playing their match against Liverpool. And so when the Liverpool and Leeds United match happened, uh, the Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp gave his after interview saying, yeah, he was absolutely against this idea. And then the players as well, Patrick Bamford and James Miller, gave in uh, great interviews on the TV. The Bamford interview, that was a great watch, where he said that UEFA and FIFA aren't fighting for the racism causes. Like, recently, that Slavia Prague player got banned for just 10 matches for racially abusing a player from the other side, Rangers Football Club. His name is Glenn Kamara. That abused him racially, only got banned for 10 matches. I mean, what the hell are you guys doing? In one side, you are saying we'll kick out racism. When this happens, when your money, when the top European super clubs are like, yeah, we'll go out, we won't give you any revenue and threaten you, that's when you act. How is this possible? So that interview was very, very, very good by the Patrick Bamford. Let's talk about what Arsenal did. Arsenal were the only club out of all the big six clubs that issued an apology. I mean, I'm grateful for the apology. I mean, at least I'm thankful that we are the only club officially, saying we are sorry, we made a mistake. That's what the words they have used in this, letter that they have posted online on their social media and on their website. You can go see it, what the words that they are using. But according to some articles, like the main article that I have read is from Athletic. You can go and read on their webpage and all. They are saying that uh, Arsenal's owner Stan Kroenke was the main guy who was involved in all this planning, and he was planning this idea for for the past many years. So he was involved from the start, before even this idea came right now. So he was front and center involved in all of this. So this apology right now they're giving is absolute bullshit and a PR move. It's nothing to save their asses on the line, that because Arsenal fans, including me, are now going to the owner's throat, because Stan Kroenke, as all of us know, all of us Arsenal fan knows, he does nothing for the club. He never comes to see the games. He has never invested his own money to the club, and now he's going like, yeah, this will give me more money, so I will go in this super rich league and earn more money. What kind of bullshit is that? We don't accept your apologies. We don't accept your open letter. We don't accept your sorries. It's time to go. It's time to sell. Hashtag Kramke out. Yes, do write in the comment section down below, all the Arsenal fans, if you are with me. Do follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I have openly posted and tweeted about this issue, and I'm in support with this. Hashtag Kronke out all day long, because enough is enough. We have suffered uh, from him for a long time ago. He, he has been involved with Arsenal, and Arsenal has been steadily declining, and we are being left behind. And they are using the words, we are being in the fear of being left behind. You don't know how to run a football club. You have appointed wrong guys. You didn't do, and you don't know how to properly run a football club. And now he's coming out. He's saying, "Sorry, I will talk one on one to the players." Where's the owner in all this? No, your sorries won't work here. It's time to go. It's time to sell. It's time to. It's time, Mr. Kroenke. It's time. It's time. Hashtag Kroenke out. That's my honest opinion upon this as an Arsenal fan, as an Indian gooner. I'm with all of the protests that will be going on the on Friday. So I'm all with all the Arsenal fans are upon this issue. I'm with you. Hashtag Kroenke out. Hashtag Kroenke out. Hashtag sell Arsenal. Sell Arsenal. Mr. Kroenke, it's time to go. It's time to sell the club. That's it for the video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys are new around here. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below on what you guys think regarding this whole Super League getting cancelled, and especially all the Arsenal fans. Let me know if you are hashtag Kroenke out, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content around Arsenal. I'll see you more guys in the next video. Take care.